warfare, what these people do, they participate in activities like hijacking, like suicide bombing, mass bombing, and mass shooting, so that they can maintain their fear amongst the people. And their main area of targets are always school buses, trains, railway stations, nightclubs, restaurants, etc. And with 20th century, after 20th century, there have been various ideologies that have been able to convince certain group of countries to indulge into international terrorism, because these countries believe in the saying that one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. So here we'll discuss about types of terrorism. There are various types of terrorism. The first one is the new terrorism. The perfect example of new terrorism are the attacks of 9/11 that took place in New York in 2001. Then we have the attacks of 26/11 that took place in Mumbai. And then the latest attacks of Pulwama that took place on 14th February 2019. Now, the common thing that we can see in these attacks is that these terrorists had attacked these places in the name of religious solidarity. And this was their justification for political violence also. So the second type of terrorism is state terrorism. It is a form of terrorism which is committed by the governments against their some perceived enemies, which we don't know even if they exist or not. So the third type of terrorism is religious terrorism. This terrorism believes that there is some godly power or some power outside the world who have commanded them to spread violence, to spread terrorism, so that they can attain a higher glory. And you can see that mainly the youngsters, the young generation, the youth, people, the children who are aged between 19 to 23, 24 years, they fall into this trap. They've been told that if you indulge into various terrorist activities, if you'll spread the violence, your God will be happy and you'll straight away land in the heaven and such sort of things. So they participate in such activities. The fourth type of terrorism is ideological terrorism. It is spread by the political systems which have their own beliefs, which have their own inherent rights, and they give some philosophical and theoretical explanation for their injustice. The other type of terrorism is religious terrorism. This terrorism particularly focuses on the males and females of the enemy. Basically, the males are targeted in this terrorism because they see males as opposition, as a threat, because they see males as emerging soldiers. And in this case, the women are targeted when they want to destroy the religious or cultural identity of some country. They target the women. So now I have a list of some terrorist organizations. I wasn't able to complete, or I was not able to cover all the organizations because it's a lengthy list, but here are some of the deadliest terrorist organizations. And as always, ISIS tops the list. ISIS stands for Islamic States in Iraq and Syria. So the main goal of ISIS is to establish Islamic states in Iraq, Syria, Jordan, Lebanon, and Palestine. On second number, we have Hamas. The main goal of this organization is to establish Islamic State in Palestine. On third number, we have Hezbollah. The main goal of this organization is to establish Islamic State in Lebanon. On fourth number, we have Taliban. Their region is mainly Afghanistan and Pakistan, and their goal is to establish Islamic theocracy in Afghanistan. On fifth number, we have Al-Qaeda. Their purpose is to spread global jihad against Christianity and Jews. On sixth number, we have Lashkar-e-Taiba. They want the release of India's Kashmir and integration of Pakistan Kashmir under the Islamic rule. So it seems like terrorism is a never ending disease which has been spread globally. And if we take the example of our neighboring country, Pakistan, now and then we watch in the news, we listen that they have been violating ceasefire. It's become habit out of them. And according to recent data, the Pakistan has violated ceasefire around 5,000 times, killing many soldiers, and this in itself is a form of terrorism. Lastly, I'd like to say that some research and study have shown that the people indulge in terrorism or such violent activities because of some psychological reactions that develop in their brain. So, to deal with such psychological problems or reaction, or to find the reason behind that why such factors occur, the various organizations like Department of Health and Human Service, National Institute of Health, Abuse and Mental Human Service, and organizations of various other countries, they need to develop some studies or techniques to find out the reason behind such psychological trauma or psychological reactions. Till then, we can just hope for peace and a better world. Thank you.
Hello, Sadhika.
Sadhika, very good, Sadhika.
That was quite
Yes, ma'am.
elaborative.
But Sadhika,
Thank you.
I would like to discuss one point with you that
Yes, sir.
earlier there were two concepts of religious terrorism and state-sponsored terrorism. Okay, but Pakistan itself is facing a big problem in the name of terrorism. Benazir Bhutto was killed in a bomb attack, and in a school, the kids were caught and they were killed mercilessly. So that's all terrorism.
Yes, sir.
So, what do you feel? Is India suffering more from terrorism, or Pakistan itself is suffering more from terrorism?
So I think Pakistan itself is suffering more from terrorism because in Pakistan, the laws, the rules, everything is hand of the army, the military. They are the ones who decide the things, how the things will be done, and everything. So which makes Pakistan, which portrays Pakistan as a weak country, the country of which people cannot stand for themselves. They cannot be vocal about what they think, about what they feel. So yes, if we compare India and Pakistan, so yes, definitely Pakistan is in a big problem right now.
Very fine, Sadhika. So, Sadhika, I would like you to not to have any piece of paper from tomorrow with you while speaking. Point number one: don't even make notes.
Right.
Okay, let me be pure example. Don't even write the headings. First point. Second thing, uh, you should use your some of hand movements as well, like I speak. Okay, so a few of hand movements should also be there, like this, like this. Okay, so hand movements,
Right.
and no writing of heading, no making of notes. These two things I would like to inculcate in the topic tomorrow. Okay,
Right, sir.
fine. So otherwise, you are doing a marvelous job. A clap for you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. So now, next topic by Ekam. Are you ready? Ekam Dhillon. Simran ma'am, you take the charge now.
Okay, sir.
Now you are the in charge, not me. Okay.
Okay, sir. All right. So, who is next? Ekam? Hello, Ekam? Are you there? Ekam Dhillon? Hello? Hello.
Yes, ma'am, may I?
Yes, please start.
Okay, ma'am.
Start your presentation.
Ma'am, please. Good evening to respected teachers and all my batchmates. Today, Ekam Dhillon, is here to put forward my views on terrorism and the misconceptions that are led by people, normal people of our country against terrorism. So, we know that terrorism is one of the serious, and paramount issues of the world nowadays, and it is just increasing day by day. And it's never we have never heard that terrorism has been stopped or prevented by some actual taking prevention. But it is after 4 to 5 years we actually listened that this country. Had a bomb blast at this certain place, we come to know about a lot of news in our daily source time. And if like in some of the countries, like terrorism is a day-to-day problem, like the which are also named as the most dangerous countries in the world, like Syria, Afghanistan, Somalia, and the Central African Republic, and there are many more, and which we think that terrorism is actually coming from these countries, and uh, but we don't know actually what the basic thing is behind terrorism. If we search it on Google, or we search it in a dictionary for the word terrorism, we get to know that terrorism is a group of people. A specific person is known as a terrorist who are actually depressingly against the rules and laws made by the government, and the government, and if the government don't listen to them, they just take violent action. So what this we all of us know about this word terrorism, but actually it is known. But if I talk how terrorists are born, terrorists are only like us only. They're just common people taken from our community only, and they're just brainwashed, and they even don't know what they are doing. We think that terrorists are just like Muslims, or they're actually against. Only there's one leader in the of the gang who knows what they are doing. The other are just brainwashed, and are meant to learn things that is actually against the world. But somehow we think that terrorism is a nowadays a religious organization. Like we can say Muslims are the leading terrorists in the world, but actually it's not. Somehow the government, the world power like US and Russia are involved in it. So this is the one of the biggest misconception that people have in this today world, that terrorism is just the people who are against the rules and laws, and they just don't want they want the government to listen. But actually, the government is only who are engaging with them, and instigating them to do this in this country, and they're just listening to them. They're giving like crores of rupees to do this. So that's why the people are doing this. And uh, basically, now if we come to our country, India, like we face this problem that is caused by the terrorists, like bomb blasts, and like once in 4 to 5 years. And like I have to seriously say that people of India are the innocent people. They don't even know how the bomb blasts are happening. When every time any type of bomb blast happens in any place in India, there's after 4 to 5 days a terrorist organization come in front that is taken up by the government, and they tell that this organization was behind this problem, and this bomb blast was caused by this terrorist organization, but actually not. We don't know the real aspect of the situation. Like still that Pulwama attack case, where still the government don't know. Actually, like it just takes a month to just solve a biggest cases of this world, but still the government don't know where the RDs came from. So this is the one main point that we have to focus on. We just like it happens, but actually the people that are getting affected are the ones who lost their family members in the incident. But the whole other people in the country, they don't even care. That they think that these are the Muslims or the terrorist organizations that are named ISIS, ISIS, and the other terrorist organization. We just think that these organizations are doing this to this country, but actually these organizations are led by the government of those countries only where these are happening. May all of you not agree with my point, but actually this is the truth. So how come like we know that if I'm just giving a reference, I'm not blaming the government, but we know that if we want to extend, every government knows how to extend their term of office. So they know that if proclamation if proclamation of emergency, any emergency comes to India, like a war or any tension, so what happens? The term of office is extended. So these are the things that we have to look upon. The government itself is making advantage from these conditions that are mentioned in the constitution. They do what they do is somehow they're related to the terrorists. So we just think that the things that are happening are just coming from these Arabic and Muslim countries, but actually it's not. Somehow our own governments are involved with it. And if we see like we don't know if we see the other point that that proves my point is that how the terrorists are getting bombs and like the important type of nuclear weapons, how they are getting, we don't know, right? Like they are not also so much intelligent that they can make the weapons on their own. So obviously they are getting somehow from the Russia or America. So how come this proves that actually the government is involved in it? And so at last, I would conclude that the government itself doesn't blame themselves for the happening that is being happened, but we people should be smart enough to know the real image that is behind the terrorism. So thank you.
Yes, Ekam. It was good attempt, but I would like to ask you one question. What do you think is the main reason behind indirect trigger of terrorism by the government? As you said, it is the government who is indirectly controlling the terrorism in those countries with the help of terrorist groups.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, one more reason is there that I forgot to mention it, but there's like if we see the weapons and like the hackers that the terrorist groups have, and the one who works on the computer, like the basic developers and the all the systems that are provided to them and which are highly developed. So like the common people are not really like they can't like the normal people. If we say a Muslim who is really against with the government and comes out with 5 to 6 people on of his own community and fight for, so he can't manage it. He needs some money to just go against the whole country or any of the alliance. So he can't go if he also have 100 of people along with his side, but still how he will manage to just like blast the country by bombs, or how he can manage. So somehow they just like the government also invests in, because the government is also getting a lot of advantages from this. I think every organization, according to me, is held by the government of this whole world. So because alone they can't do anything, they need some develop systems and a lot of things that are used in the war. So the government somehow consult them.
So how can spreading terrorism in the country can be advantageous to the government? What benefits it can give to the government?
Like, ma'am, if I saw a movie, so it was a scene there, like the government actually, the stock markets, the thing that if the person if the person dies, so some, like it used to happen earlier. Now they are like really developed things that can stay. But if the person dies and the stock he's having in a lot of like the developed countries, mostly bomb blasts happen in the developed countries. So somehow the stock market rate rises, and the people who die, they are actually not then engaged with where they invested. They're just taken out from them, and the government is just making money through this. And we can say like now these things, like there's a lot of laws and rules, but somehow like the person who has gone how they also make is that if people like I was like this is another like point I want to mention, that the people that are among us only. So what happens whenever there's a bomb blast or um, any of the problem that happens due to terrorism, so the government first like arrest the Muslim people of the country. They don't even know whether they are like the area where that problem happens. So they first approach the Muslim people. So the government arrests them, and like obviously they are given the third degree, and like a lot of operations are done against them. And still, if they are like after 5 to 10 years, they are found that they are innocent. So after when they come,
Okay, all right, okay. Your answer is really long. You need to be very precise with the answers. Okay, this is not, you don't have to answer the answers, questions in the form of essays. So you have to very precise with your answers, and just make sure that whatever point you are giving or whatever statement that you are putting forward, you should be having proper clarity of that, right? Because then there will be contradictions, then you won't be able to justify it. Okay, all right, just work on this and just bring more notes about whatever statement you have said, so you
I
should be
think
having
I was
proper clarity. Okay, otherwise it was okay.
okay, ma'am, but I think that I was
Otherwise it
like
was good.
clear about
Mhm.
this.
Mhm. Okay, yeah, okay, fine. Okay, who is next? Who is next? Then come, who is ready for the presentation? Next student. Harshpreet, Harsimran, Komal, Lokesh, Manjot Kaur, Vanshika, Yash. Who is next? Please come forward. We have to cover the another exercise as well. Please speed up. Hello. Harshpreet, are you ready with your topic? Harshpreet Singh.
Ma'am, I can speak, but I will not switch on the camera.
Okay, that's all right. Just start with the presentation.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. My name is Harshpreet. I'm going to speak on the topic terrorism in Kashmir. The independence of India from the British Raj was marked by its partition into two countries, that is India and Pakistan. But after a long time, that is now, there is a continuous tension between Jammu and Kashmir. For example, when Pulwama happened, people said army is responsible for the youth picking up the arms, but they are not holding themselves responsible. The main reason for the continuous tension in Kashmir is lack of education and religion cults in Kashmir. Uh, um, in Kashmir, there is a committee which is known as AS, AFSPA, which is Armed Force Special Police Act, which was formed in 1958 that granted special powers to the army to maintain law and order in the disturbed areas. But the situation is getting worse day by day. As per the data, 170 temples were destroyed along with 5 lakh Kashmiri Pandits being thrown out of their houses and many slaughtered mercilessly. In 2007, government decided to give 99 acres of land to Amarnath Shrine, but lakhs of people from Kashmir came on road in the protest. Not only Kashmiri people, but its own native people, Democratic Party, didn't show any support for the Amarnath Shrine and the proposal was cancelled. There are millions in Kashmir who want to stay in India and support Indian army, but then there are few thousand who are causing a great deal of loss in Kashmir. As we know, even ISIS is only 20 to 30,000 strong, but it has destroyed large parts of Syria and Iraq. So even a small group of people can cause a great loss of damage to the country and especially Kashmir. Thank you.
Very good, Harshpreet. Next.
Next student, please start with the presentation. Who is next? Harsimran. Are you ready? Komalpreet.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, start speaking then.
Ma'am, actually, I recently know about the topic which are discussing in the class, so I'm not yet prepared for it.
Okay.
Ma'am, I will make sure that I will speak tomorrow.
Okay, just make sure of that.
Okay,
Then
ma'am.
comes Lokesh. Lokesh, are you ready with the topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then start.
Yes. Good evening, students, teachers. I am Lokesh Garg, presenting your topic World Trade Center attack. First of all, what is terrorism? The calculated use of violence to create a general climate of fear in a population and thereby to bring about a particular political objective. It has been practiced by political organizations with both rightist and leftist objectives by nationalistic and religious groups and even by state institutions. Now comes what is the World Trade Center attack which shook the US economy. The World September 11th attack, also called 9/11 attack, series of airline hijackings and suicide attacks committed in 2009 by 19 militants associated with Islamic group Al-Qaeda against targets in the United States. It is one of the deadliest terrorist attacks on American soil in US history. The attack against New York City and Washington DC caused extensive deaths and destruction and triggered an enormous US effort to combat terrorism. Who was the mastermind of this attack? The answer, he is none other than Osama bin Laden. The September 11th attacks were precipitated in large part because Osama bin Laden, the leader of the Islamic organization Al Qaeda, held naive belief about the United States in the run up to attacks. The key operational planner of September 11th attack was Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. How did this attack happen? On September 11, 2001, on a clear Tuesday morning, an American Airlines Boeing 767 loaded with 20,000 gallons of jet fuel crashed into the tower of World Trade Center in New York City. This impact left a gaping, burning hole on the 80th floor of the 110-story skyscraper, killing hundreds of people and trapping hundreds more in higher floors. This attack shook the whole world and especially the US economy. What happened after the attack? Immediately after the attack, the Federal Bureau of Investigation started the largest criminal inquiry in the history of United States. At its height, and more than half of the FBI's agents worked on the investigation and followed 500,000 leads. The FBI concluded that there was a clear, irrefutable evidence killing of Osama bin Laden. The FBI was quickly able to identify the hijacker, including Mohammed Atta, when his luggage was discovered at Boston Logan Airport. Atta had been forced to check two of his three bags due to space limitation on the 19-seat flight he took to Boston. This was one of the deadliest attacks in the US economy which it happened. Thank you.
Okay, it was nice attempt,
Thank
but
you.
you need to be more confident with whatever you speak. Your voice, it seemed that you were not really interested in the topic. Okay, you need to be very bold while speaking. It shows, right? Otherwise, it
Okay.
was okay.
Thank
Okay,
you.
who is next? Then Manjot Kaur. Vanshika, are you ready with the topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then start speak.
Ma'am,
Okay,
please give
start
me
with.
1 minute.
Okay, all right, take your time.
Ma'am, may I start?
Yes, start.
A very good evening to all of you. Today, I, Vanshika, am here to express my views on the topic terrorism and majorly on its subtopic, which is religious terrorism. Basically, as the name suggests, religious terrorism is a type of religious violence where terrorism is achieved by bringing in the concept of religion. The best example, if I give, which is relatable to this, is Israel-Palestine issue, which the world is facing these days. And if I elaborate on this issue, that is religious terrorism, in a more defined manner, this type of terrorism is not prevalent these days, but yes, there are exceptions to it. For example, in India, we do not have this kind of religious terrorism like we had, but we do not have it at the present up to that extent. And it's over the world and worldwide, if I talk about religious terrorism, everyone will strike a name, which is Muslims. Muslims are majorly targeted over this topic, and they're said to be the group which spreads this kind of terrorism, which promotes this kind of terrorism. So if I talk about the causes of the this kind of terrorism, for example, if I talk the Israel-Palestine issue, there is a place which is Jerusalem, which is located in Palestine only. It is recently under international control. And adding to your knowledge, this place, Jerusalem, is the holiest place of three religions. Those are Jews, Muslims, and Christians. So we also saw an attack, which was a bombing on Al-Aqsa Mosque, which is also located in Jerusalem. So this is a major issue which is being taken into account these days, as religious terrorism is not in India up to that level, but other countries such as Pakistan, Syria, Israel, these countries are being faces from a long time. For example, they're facing since 1960s, and they're not ending up to, though they ended also up to this issue by signing these Oslo Accords, which was signed between Israel and Palestine. And after that, but there were some bad eggs. Like if I relate to this term which is spoke just right now, there were some bad eggs in a sense. For example, we had that strike which was against those 3 ordinances which was passed by the president. So that protest was to be held in a very peaceful manner. But what was done by those bad eggs is that all those people who wanted to create the problem chaotic, they came in between and they just fired it. Like they did not held it, or they did not handle it with such a peaceful cooperation. Instead, they just added some fuel to that. So, and in Israel, if I talk about, in Palestine, if I talk about the Hamas, which is the militant group, and it is recently claiming over a region which is known as the West Bank. So that group has not been recognized by any of the countries as militant group. And the major question is, why don't you ask them what is the problem? And why don't you ask them what is the issue? What do they want? Like, do they want some area or what? See, after, if I relate to this history also, India was independent in the year 1947, which was a year of unprecedented violence. And whereas if I talk about India keeping peace as a firm step towards peaceful keepings, there were 2 blocks in Cold War era that were the Eastern and the Western bloc. We had many treaties, for example, the Warsaw Pact and the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which were basically promoting this kind of terrorism to all the countries. So India itself from that time is not involved in all these terrorist activities and all these violent activities. And whereas India has always tried to cover up these issues which are widening these days. And majorly, India's foreign policy was also concerned with Article 51, which majorly pushes in the idea of peacekeeping in all the countries. So that was a very good step in which India formed its separate association, which was the non-alignment movement, and it did not go with any of the militant groups at that time. Moreover, if I talk about the present day situation in Israel and Palestine, this was all, it was a mistake or a misunderstanding which was done by the British. There was no Israel, no Gaza Strip, no West Bank that time. This was happened after the British left it, and after the British left it divided. They like the UN was also formed after the Cold War era, that came out of the League of Nations. So the UN also proposed a plan in which all the states, for example, the Arab states, the Jewish states, were given some area. But the problem was these plans are never implemented. And this was the problem with the UN partition plan, which was proposed in 1947 for this issue, Israel-Palestine issue. So what I want to say is, like, these terrorist activities tend to happen when the government is, or why to blame the government when we are not responsible to ourselves. And moreover, the religious terrorism is basically a cause of religion. And this hatred, which is presently being among the Jews and the Palestinians, this hatred has no base even. They do not even know why are they hating each other. They do not even know why do they want a separate land. So these are some of the questions the government should ask. They're just throwing bombs, they're just killing, or genocides are taking place. This is not the way we can solve this religious terrorism. And moreover, like if I talk about this issue only, which is the best example of this religious terrorism, every country is responsible for it, for the peacekeeping of its citizens, right? But what Palestine is doing is Palestine tried to solve the issue, but the other group, that is Hamas, the militant group that is claiming over the West Bank, as I told you earlier, is not letting those ideologies of peace coming in. So this is the major issue which is going on these days. And religious terrorism is more of a war of ideologies, which I perceive is. It is more of a war of ideologies because they do not want, as per the historical events or as per the historical records of this issue, they do not want those lands. What they want is has not been understood even today. This is the major problem. We have to find the causes. Why are these issues being erupting every year? We have to find these issues. So, according to me, in a nutshell, I would like to say, every year, for example, we had that 9/11 attack, we had a Pulwama attack, we had Uri attack, and every year we face some attacks. The solution is not to attack back. The solution is to find a way which is non-violent. As we follow Gandhian principles, why not to solve these things peacefully? Why not to why not to take in the policy of consensus? So this is the major point which I wanted to highlight while presenting this. And at last, I want to say is, finding the major issues of religious terrorism can be the best way to solve these kind of issues. And moreover, blaming just one community for for religious terrorism is not at all right. For example, if I just speak religious terrorism, everyone's mind would click either two words, that is either Islam or either Islam's Christians or Muslims. So this is not a way. We need to find out the depth of what is the issue. So that's all for today. Thanks.
Okay, that was quite impressive. Good job, Vanshika. Okay, shall we start with English class?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
exercise. Okay, let me share the document. So in this exercise, you have to find the correct synonym or antonyms. Okay.
Synonym or antonym, they should be one thing. I
Yes,
guess it's
yes, they
opposite.
should be one. Yes, it depends on the question. Okay. So pick out the as it is written directions. Pick out the word that is either most nearly the same in meaning or opposite of the word printed in capitals. Okay. Either it will be a synonym or antonyms. Shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So first word is virile. What will be its the correct option?
Ma'am, virile means like an energetic person.
Yes, energetic, mainly the men's. This is word which is basically used for men.
Yes, ma'am. So manly.
Yes, D is the correct option. Second one, slake.
Ma'am, I think I have some wrong meaning for this. I actually don't know the correct. Ma'am, I think that slake line once slake. That line, slake line.
No. Anybody else? What is the meaning of slake?
Ma'am, I even related to slake line.
This is not the correct meaning. Anybody knows the meaning? Okay, the meaning of slake is to satisfy somebody or to quench. The meaning of this is quench. So the synonym, so the answer for this is synonym. That is B option, quench. Okay, quench. Sorry. Then the third word. I don't know how this is pronounced.
Chimerical?
Whether it is
Chimerical?
semerical. What is the meaning of semerical?
Ma'am, it's like imagine, or like we say, imagining, daydreamers, we can say, like living in the world of imagination.
So this is basically imagination. So
So
okay,
it
A
can be
option.
opposite. Ma'am, realistic?
Yes, C is the correct option. That is its opposite. Fourth one, impeccable. What is the meaning of impeccable?
Ma'am, the person who don't have like any type of like we can say wrong things means
Anybody
like
else? What is the meaning of impeccable?
Perfect, without any
Perfect.
fault.
Yes, things which are crystal clear. So the answer should be its
Faulty.
synonym. Yes, synonym faulty. That is its synonym.
yes, ma'am.
This one was 1, 2, 3, 4. Then fifth, recollect.
Ma'am, assemble or rearrange? Yes, ma'am, rearrange or assemble. D or
See, it depends. There are two meanings of recollect. If we talk about it, there are two. You know, it's there are two meanings to this word. One is recollect, as you understood. Recollect means collecting something, right?
yes,
Another can be remembering something. Try to remembering, remembering something from the past.
okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Ma'am,
the
what it
correct
will be?
one, the correct answer for this is A, forget,
Okay,
which is
ma'am.
its opposite. This is its opposite. You understood?
Okay, ma'am.
Recollect, able to recollect or able to forget. This one is fifth. Sixth, genuine. Genuine.
Ma'am, unsound. It can be unsound or
No.
impure. Like
The answer is
genuine.
impure. The answer is impure. Genuine means something which is very genuine. Genuine in the sense something which is very authentic or pure.
Ma'am, because genuine is like the person who put like right
Yes,
things or
basically it is used for the personality of the individual, but yes, it can be used for a substance as well. The thing is very authentic, genuine, pure. Its meaning is pure. So answer is its antonym, that is impure. Okay. Next one, churlish.
uh,
Is it courteous?
Yes, correct answer is courteous. Just let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, it's courteous. Next one, eighth, bellicose. Bellicose. What is the meaning of bellicose?
One who is very eager to fight.
yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Someone who is, this is basically a term for aggression. So what
Yes.
will be the answer?
Warlike or
Warlike is the correct
Music?
answer. Which one? No,
Nothing.
warlike.
Wall.
Yes, that is its synonym. Someone who is eager to fight. Next one, parity.
Similarity.
Yes, the answer is similarity. Let me see once again. I just forgot the numbers actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ninth. Ninth is B, synonym, similarity. Yes, it's synonym, similarity. Next one, rectify.
Option C, correct.
What is the meaning of rectify?
Ma'am, rectify is to like, how do I explain it?
Give
Correct.
approval.
What does it mean?
To give approval of something.
Redress.
So also correction. What is correct? Is it its synonym or antonyms?
Ma'am, synonym.
So what will be the meaning of rectify then? Rectification means to correct something. Next one, inspired. It is 11th. Inspired. What is the correct answer to this? Inspired. What is the correct answer to this? Inspired?
I'm skeptical.
No.
Dispirited.
Disillusion.
Yes, dispirited. Dispirited to lessen somebody's spirit.
Spirit. Yes.
Yes. Understood? Understood now?
Yes, ma'am.
Then comes the next one. This one was 11th, right? 12th. Desolute. What is the meaning of desolute?
Mom, in my mind, all the scientific terms are coming like this solid.
No, this is not that. That is dissolution. That is. Anybody else?
I mean, does it mean to leave something?
Desolute means someone who is not, very much, who does not care about morals, moral values. Okay. So the correct option to this will be?
Immoral.
Yes, immoral. The option, that is its synonym. Next one, salubrious. For 13.
Unhealthy.
Yes, unhealthy. So what is unhealthy? Is it its synonym or antonym?
Antonym.
This is 13 now. 13, the synonym. What is the meaning of salubrious then? Okay, you said this is antonym, right? So why they have written synonym in the question? Sorry, answer.
Salubrious is healthy, so opposite will be unhealthy.
Yes, but in the answer, this is 13 na? Question number 13 only, right? So 13 they have written D, option D. Then they have written S. S means synonym. So they have written, it should be A. Well, anyhow, the answer is unhealthy. 14, come to 14, lethargy. What is the meaning of lethargy? Lethargy.
Tired.
Yes, someone who lacks energy. So what is the correct answer to this?
Listlessness.
So the answer to this is laxity. That is C. That is its synonym. Okay.
Listlessness.
No. Not listlessness. The answer is laxity. That is its synonym.
Okay, ma'am, that means both.
15, glossy. 15,
Dull.
glossy. Dull.
Its answer is dull.
Yes, that is its opposite. 16, incompatible. Incompatible. Something which is not compatible. So what is the correct answer to this?
Ma'am, if
14.
we go with the option D, then it will be synonym. But if we'll go with the option B, it will be antonym.
What is the meaning of incompatible in correct sense?
I didn't know that.
Which is not compatible.
Ma'am, what is the meaning of compatible?
See, the meaning of incompatible is suppose. Can I give you the example for this one?
Yes, ma'am.
When there is not, incompatibility means when there is not a synchronization between two things. There are not much similarities between the two things that they can't exist together, or some sort of action will not occur. Let's suppose the Apple Watch is only compatible with the Apple phones, and it is not compatible with the Android. So that is, Apple Watch is not compatible with Android smartphone. You understood?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
This is the
ma'am.
meaning
Is
of
the option contradictory?
Yes, the option is contradictory. That is its similar. That is its synonym. contradictory, something which is contradictory to a point that two things can't exist together. 17, arcane.
Arcane means
Something arcane is something which is only common to few people. Something which is not known to a number of people, in a group of people.
secret.
Secret.
Yes. Let me see what is its correct one. Yes, see, it's D. D option, secret. Okay.
Yes.
18, attrition. What is attrition?
Struggle.
No, not at all. What is the meaning of
Attraction.
attrition? No, not attraction. This is
Suffering, ma'am. Suffering.
Decline.
So this is basically, to reduce somebody's power. That is, it is, the meaning of this is attrition is to lessen somebody's strength, to weaken somebody. किसी को weak करना. So the answer can be decline, friction. Let me see what is the correct answer. It's B options. B option, friction. So actually, I tell you, the meaning of attrition is, I tell you what is written on the Google. It is written the process of reducing something's strength or effectiveness through sustained attack or pressure. You understood? So what is the meaning of friction? If we look at the friction, it is the meaning of friction is what, as we say, fighting. It is also fighting. Friction means fighting. So what is the meaning of friction? It is called, it can be related to clash between two people in order to reduce their strength. That is why maybe they have used this particular word. This is not, friction is not the correct, is not the pure synonym of attrition, but this is the nearby synonym, you can say. Okay. 19th, malaise. What is the meaning of malaise?
Illness.
Unhappy.
Yes, not feeling well, So the correct option to this is
Sickness.
Sickness.
yes, sickness. 20th, euphonious. Euphonious.
Euphonious means
Something which is very pleasant, pleasing to eyes, soothing to, something which is very smooth to the ears. Not to, I said eyes, na? It's ear. Sweet.
strident.
Suppose I can say this music is very euphonious.
Distasteful.
Yes, the answer is distasteful. 20, let me see. Yeah. No, there's no, not this one. The answer is
Strident.
yes, the answer is strident. What is the meaning of strident? Let me see. Okay, yeah. The meaning of strident is loud and harsh. Okay. You understood the meaning of, just write it down, the meaning of this word. Strident. Meaning of this word is loud and harsh. Rough, something which is unpleasant, you can say. Okay. Next one, 21st, bountiful. What is the meaning of bountiful? Sorry. What is the meaning of bountiful?
Generous.
Yes, the correct option to this is generous. So bountiful is a term which can be used for a generous person, someone who has the, who can give generously, who can just kind-hearted, who is very generous to donate a lot of things. Generous is the synonym for this one. Yes, DS. Okay. 22, frugal. Frugal.
Frugal is
Frugal is the someone who is, you know, who is not ready to spend a lot of money.
Extravagant, ma'am.
Yes, the correct option is extravagant. So frugal we can say conjuice. We say na. This is the word for that thing. So 23rd,
Unapproachable.
inaccessible mean unapproachable. So the correct option is E, which is its synonym. Okay.
Yes.
24th, privy.
Secretive.
Secretive.
24th, yes, which is its synonym, secretive. 25th, dainty.
Graceful.
I think this is the only correct. 25th is what is the meaning of dainty?
I guess it's graceful.
No, the meaning of dainty is something which is very delicate. You know, delicate to touch, something which is very pretty, small, and delicate. So the answer to this is coarse. So the answer to this is coarse. Coarse means rough.
Ma'am, if we
25th
talk about
answer is
option A,
B.
can it be its synonym?
No, not. This is not its right synonym. What is the meaning of what is the meaning of delectable? What is the meaning of delectable? Anybody knows the meaning of
No, ma'am. Ma'am, I took this as
delicate? That is delicate. No, you know
yes,
this.
ma'am. I took it.
No,
That.
this is not. Yes, no. This is though these two words are totally different. Come to the next one. Delectable. I think this word is related more to the food, something which is tasty, delicious, maybe. Come to 26. Noisome. What is the meaning
Pleasant.
of noisome? What is the
Noisy.
meaning of noisome? No, not this is not related to noise.
Ma'am,
Something
dirty.
which yes, not dirty. The meaning of noisome is not having a very good smell, foul smell, you can say. So the correct option to this is 26, pleasant. I guess if pleasant. So noisome means something not having very pleasant smell, which is not pleasing to smell. So the correct option to this is pleasant, which is its opposite. 27th, brazen. What is the meaning of brazen?
No idea, ma'am. Please tell.
Someone brazen means this is an adjective word which means someone who is very bold, open.
Modest.
No, shameless. Someone who is very
Someone who is
bold
very
and
old.
without any shame.
Harsh.
Someone who no harsh. Someone who is very bold and without shame, right? Someone who is not really shameful.
Ma'am, I took it as someone who is very old.
No, old me, bold, bold. So the correct word for this is B option. That is its similar synonym. Come to question number one was 27, 28. Come to 28. Vicacious. Vicacious. What does it mean?
Bright.
Anyone? Yes, correct answer to this is bright, which is its. क्या है ये इसका?
Synonym.
Hold on. No. 28 answer is C. C. Even I don't know the meaning of this word. Languid. I just heard this word for first time.
Languid is, I hope, very calm. I'm just guessing it.
So what is meaning of Vikasi? Means someone who is full of zeal, lot of zeal and just someone who is full of energy. Languid is. So languid means someone unenergetic. So yes, okay. Okay, understood. Meaning of C is unenergetic. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Come to the next one. 29. Endow. What is the meaning of endow?
Endole means to possess, like to have.
Okay.
And opposite will be option D, dispossess.
Yes, that is correct option. 30. Vindictive. What is the meaning of vindictive?
Ma'am, please tell the meaning.
Meaning
It's not
of
clicking in my
vindictive.
mind.
Okay, vindictive means revengeful. Someone who has who wants to take revenge.
Revengeful, ma'am.
Is it written over there?
Yes, ma'am. Option C.
Okay. Yes, C is the answer. Okay. 31st, knack.
Clumsiness.
What is the meaning of knack?
Sorry. Knack means skill.
No, that is knock. Isn't it knock? Knack is
Ma'am,
not
like we
related.
say ki that the person has a knack to do something.
Knack means habit.
Knack means having now that word is already written in the answer. So okay, the 30 knack means having the ability to do something.
Skill.
Skill, yes. Skill, having a skill, inbuilt skill to do something. So skill is the answer. That is its synonym. 32. Ostentatious.
Ma'am, option B, talkative.
No, ostentation means someone who wants to take a lot of attention from others.
Showy. Option
Yes, showy. Someone who wants to attract a lot of attention from others. So showy. 32. So 32 is done. 33. 33. Ingenuine.
Sentimental.
Just hold on. 33 is 33 is C option. Dullness. That is its opposite. 34th, labyrinthine. What is its meaning?
Ma'am, is it related to labyrinth?
Yes, but it is related to labyrinth. What is the meaning of labyrinth?
Labyrinth is puzzled. Like.
Yes. So is there any word which is related to it? There is.
Clear is the opposite.
Which one?
Ma'am, clear.
Just hold on. I don't think so. It is clear. No, it is not clear. Something labyrinthine means straight. Something which is twisted. Something which is puzzled. Combined. Puzzled. What is the meaning of puzzle? So it is not in the zigzag form. Something in the zigzag motion. That is. So opposite of that is straight, not clear. Clear. Sorry, opaque will be the option to clear, right? So the answer is straight. 35th, quill.
What is the meaning of quell?
Quill means to defeat, overcome something.
Is it option D, praise
No,
or
no, no, not.
insight?
Insight is the correct answer to this.
Insight.
Let me check the answer. 35th, yes, B, A, that is it's not on it. 36. Where are other students? Why are they not participating? I think there are only 2 girls who are actively participating. What about boys? What happened? Harsh? There is only one boy, I guess. All right. Okay, come to the next option. 36, German.
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant. The answer is yes. That is correct one. C, A. That is its opposite. 37, nostalgic. This one is easier.
Homesick.
Yes, homesick is the answer. That is its synonym. 38, exhume.
Meaning of exhume?
Meaning of exhume is to disclose something.
Decipher?
Decipher. Not really decipher.
Decipher means to disclose only or to make some discovery. To clear out something.
Let me just check. The meaning of decipher is something else. It means you to understand thing in a clear way. So exhume is to take out something, disclose, So the answer to this is enter. That is its opposite. So exhume means to take out something. To opposite to that is enter into something. So they have related it in that way. Okay. 39th.
Meaning of exacerbate is?
Hello. 39th.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The meaning of this exacerbate is to to worsen something, to make it even more worse. What is the correct to this one?
What is the meaning? Please repeat.
To make something even more worse.
Aggravate.
Yes, aggravate is the correct synonym to this. Next one, 40, obliterate.
Blot out.
What is the meaning of obliterate?
Destroy.
Yes. To make something not to exist. To remove some, to remove it from existing. Blot out is the correct word for this one, which is its opposite or synonym. Synonym. Okay. 49th, Vinay.
It is option A, gentle, which is its synonym.
Yes, gentle is the correct answer. Come to the next one, 42. Dilettante. Dilettante. What is the meaning of dilettante?
I don't
No idea, ma'am.
Okay, the meaning of this word is someone who is not having a proper knowledge about something.
impersonate.
Professional होना चाहिए.
Sorry.
Like someone who is not skilled enough to carry out proper research of something, or still, sorry, the correct meaning of dilettante is someone who is trying to research about something in which he or she is not really skilled in. You understood?
I'm
So the
professional.
so yes, the correct word to this is professional. So the meaning of dilettante is unprofessional, someone who is amateur. Amateur word is there, na? I don't know how to pronounce that word. I have just so many. That is there is a word spelled as AMATEUR. Okay. So come to the next one, that is 43. Incarcerate. Incarcerate.
Ma'am, option A, liberate, which is its antonym.
Yes, the answer is liberate. 43, A antonyms. 44, esoteric. What is its meaning?
I have no idea about this.
So esoteric is again, this word is similar to the one word that we did earlier. Something which is familiar to only. Okay, the meaning of this word is esoteric means things which is known to only few people. Understood? Something which is known to only few people.
Ma'am, option B, native.
No. The correct option to this is familiar. Yes, familiar means क्या होता है? Lot of people know about something. Okay, yes, this is existing. Esoteric means something which is, although it is familiar, but only to a few group, only to a group of few people. Okay,
Yes.
44th is synonym. Then come to next one, 45, serene.
Ma'am, option D, which is its antonym, agitated.
Yes, agitated. What is the meaning of serene?
Ma'am, it is really tranquil and calm.
Okay, and what is the meaning of agitated then?
Agitated is in agitation, very angry or disappointed.
Mhm. No, like the meaning of serene is someone who is very calm and relaxed. So agitated means someone who is little bit nervous, humbled kind of person, someone who is troubled, not in the right mind. 46, recuperate. Recuperate.
Ma'am,
What does
option
it
D,
mean?
recover, which is its synonym.
Yes, recover is the right answer. 47, ravish. What is the meaning of ravish? What is the meaning of ravish?
Please tell its meaning.
So the meaning of ravish is to take away by violence.
Ma'am, preserve.
Preserve should be the answer, but the answer is A option, that is its synonym, misuse, ravish. That can be synonym, like what is the meaning of misusing? Using something against somebody's will, right? Ravish is the same word for that. To take out something by violence, that is by against someone, not in someone's will. Okay, come 48.
Ma'am, option B, deadly, which is its synonym.
Which one? Baleful. What is the meaning of baleful?
Ma'am, very devastating or deadly
Not
kind of.
Not devastating. Yes, that can, yes, something which is very deadly or threatening. So the correct word for this one is deadly. 49th.
Please tell the meaning of.
The meaning of this is to renounce something. Is it written or this is written? Okay.
Yes,
The mean,
ma'am.
okay.
The option.
The option renounce. What is the meaning of renounce? What is the meaning of renounce? Refusing something. Renounce means to refuse some kind of agreement. Not, this is a kind of disagreement, rejecting something. 50, meddle.
Ma'am, option A, interfere, which is its synonym.
Okay, yes, that is correct. To interfere, to take interest in something that is not, okay. Meddle. Okay, is it clear? Exercise this one.
Yes.
Okay, anything else you want to ask?
Ma'am,
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, I
Hello,
have a
yes.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, what's the topic for tomorrow?
Actually, sir hasn't given me the topic. Just hold on, let me ask him. Just hold on. I will ask him just now.